Hello and good morning, children. Welcome to class 2. Here I am, Miss Sweta, teaching you computer. Okay, last year also I was teaching computer in class 1. In same way, this year in class 2, again I am going to teach you computer. Okay, so children, today we are going to do chapter number 1, computer and electronic device. Children, those who don't have book, I will be sending this chapter 1 through PDF in your WhatsApp group. Please go through it. While watching this video, it is better if you have books. You please open your book and refer to your book. Okay? So, I am going to start my first chapter, computer and electronic device. So, I'll start reading. Please listen it carefully and try and understand the chapter. Computer is a machine. It runs on electricity. That is why a computer is known as an electronic device. A computer is a man-made thing. It makes our work easier and faster. Therefore, it is a useful machine. Children, as we all know that computer is an electronic machine. It runs with the help of an electricity. If there is no electricity, a computer cannot do its work. It cannot get started only. Alright, so computer's lifeline is an electricity. So it is also called an electronic device. It is very useful thing. It is made by man. It is not made by nature. It is made by man. Okay, so it is called man-made thing. Alright. You can do a lot of activities using a computer. Let us have a quick glance at some of those activities. As you all know that computer can do lots and lots of things. So what activities, what things you can do by using a computer? Let's check out. Typing stories or letters, playing games, listening to music, doing calculations, drawing and coloring pictures, watching movies and cartoons, storing information. Children, during this lockdown period, you must have done lots and lots of things using your computer. Yes or no? Like some of you must have done your school works in computer, like typing, writing. Yes or no? Some of you must have played games in a computer. Some of you have used it to listen music and watch movies also. You can also watch movies using a computer. You can also do calculations. Suppose if you get any maths homework or maths work, you can easily do using your computer. You can also use your computer for making drawings and filling colors in it. As I have already told, you can also watch cartoons and movies in the computer. And your parents must have done a work from home. They must have done their work from home. Yes or no? Using more laptops and computers. So, while doing the work, they have stored the informations, their work in the computer. So, you can store your work in the computer. So, it is very, very useful things. Here it's very limited, but you can do more and more works by using your computer. Alright, so the first topic, this is a review about a computer. Now we are going to do the first topic of this chapter, that is humans versus computer. Now here we are going to compare a human being with a computer. Is it comparable? I don't think so. A human being is not comparable with a computer because first thing, computer is a machine. It works with the help of an electricity, and human being have their own brain and their own capacity, their own knowledge to do their work. So let's check out what is the difference between a human being and a computer. Humans are living beings and machines are non-living things. The first basic differences about a computer and a human being is a computer is a machine and human being is a living thing. Okay, we breathe, computer cannot breathe. Alright, we eat food, computer never eat foods. You know that. Computer is smarter of all the machine. Now we have lots and lots of machine in this world. Like we have washing machine, mixer grinder, we have tubes, bulbs, televisions, and many more machines that we have in our life. But the computer is the smartest of all the machines. Let us learn how computers are different from humans. Let's check out here. Now, here the pictures are given. Humans take more time to do a task. They cannot work as fast as a computer. Whereas computers can do a lot of work in very less time. They work faster. Now children, if a work is given to a human being and the same work is given to the computer takes very less time to complete the given work. Whereas a human being takes a little more time than a computer to complete the given task. Suppose if I'll give you a work, if I'll give you a mathematics work to complete, computer will complete it within a second and you'll take at least some more time than a computer to complete the same task. So that means a computer is superior than a human being. That means a computer can do more faster, can complete a work more faster than a human being. The second option, the second example is humans may forget information stored in their memory. Computers never forget any information stored in their memory. Now, the second example, if I'll ask you, what did you eat in the morning? Some of you must have forgotten that what you ate in the morning time. Yes? Or day before yesterday. You must have forgotten. But because in our brain we can keep a limited storage of our information, whereas a computer can store a lots and lots of information in its memory. Suppose if you have done any exercise last year in 2020, you have done any work in a computer and stored it, it will still remain in the computer for more 5 to 10 years. It will not get erased from the computer unless you erase it from it. Okay, that means, but your human brain cannot memorize, cannot keep the information in the brain for more than few hours. Okay. Suppose whatever you have studied in the juniors, you might forget in your higher classes, but the work that you have done in the junior classes, if you store it in the computer system, it will stays for long as you grow up, but the information that you have, the work that you have done in the computer will stays as long as you are there. Alright, so the memory of a computer is very high. The third one, humans can make mistake while working. Computers never make mistakes. The thing, human being, we always say them, human beings always make mistakes while doing some work, maybe because of hurry, maybe because of some forgetfulness or something. We make mistakes, but computer never makes any mistake. Computer is always a correct machine. Whatever tasks you give to computer, it always do it in a proper way. It never makes any mistakes. The last one is humans get tired after working for too long. Computers can work for a long time without getting tired or bored. Yes, if you are asked to sit and study for the whole day, suppose from first period to 8th period, you will be tired. Yes or no? Don't you get tired? So that's why you have break time, tea break you get, lunch break you get, because you need to eat, you need to refresh yourself, you go to the toilet. Yes or no? For some intervals. But computer never asks for any break. Computer continuously can work whole day and whole night. Computer never say that I'm bored, I cannot do, I'm tired, I don't want to do. No. Human being, we get tired, we get bored. But computer never get tired, never get bored of it work. So computer is superior than the human being. Okay. Now next, the topic is working of a machine. How a machine works. Let's check out here. A machine cannot cannot work on its own. Every machine needs human input to work. A machines work on 3 basic steps: input, process and output. Consider the following example to understand this. Now, children, the thing, machines are very superior than a human being, but a machine cannot work without the help of a human being. Okay, and a machine works with 3 things: input, process and output. First, I'll explain you what is input. Input. In means inside. Okay, in means inside. The first thing is input. In means inside. Whatever you put inside, yes, that is called input. Processing. Process, work to be happen. Okay, when the work is happening, that is called processing. Like now I am teaching, I am doing some work, so this is called processing. When I am teaching, it is called processing. When you are listening, when you are watching this video, you are doing some work. When you are doing some work, that is called processing. When work is happening, you call it processing. And the last is output, as the words say, out, outside. Okay, there is 2 different things. In means inside, out means outside. When it comes outside, that is called your output. What is that called? Output. Inside means in, output means outside. Processing means when the work is happening. When I am not teaching, when I am not saying, that means it is not processing. When I am teaching, when I am saying something, okay, when you are listening, when you are studying, when you are watching this video, it is called processing. So a machine works with 3 things, that is input, process and output. So there is one example given here. I'll do this example to make you understand what is input, process and output. Washing clothes. Have you seen your parents, your mommy washing clothes at home? If you have seen, you will understand it more better, how a cloth is being washed. Do you know how clothes are washed in a washing machine? This task is completed in 3 simple steps, which are as follows. If you have a washing machine at home, you can watch your parents, your mother washing your clothes in washing machine. It works with 3 simple steps: input, process and output. So what is input, what is process and what is output? Let's check out here. We put dirty clothes and some detergent in the washing machine. Washing machine is a machine. Okay, it's a big machine. It has a bucket. It has a door where your mummy puts all the dirty clothes inside the washing machine. So when she is putting the clothes inside the machine is called input. When she is putting the clothes inside the machine, it is called input. And with this, she also put the detergent powder. Okay, she also put detergent powder inside the machine. When cloth is going inside the machine is called input, because the dirty cloths are going inside the machine. So this process is called input. Then what she does, she just close the lid and she switch on the switch. Okay, when she switch on the switch, what happened? The machine start to do its work. It start cleaning the cloth. The process of cleaning the cloth is called processing. The work is happening when the machine starts to wash the cloth. The machine started to do its work, that is called processing. And at the end, when the machine gets stopped itself, we take out clean cloths ready to dry. Now the cloths are all washed and it is ready to dry. That process, when the work is finished, that is called output. When you take out the cloth, clean cloth, from the washing machine, this process is called output. What is this called? Output. Now I'll explain you once again. Input, putting the dirty cloths inside the machine, is called input. You are putting the cloth inside the machine, and when you switch on the machine and when the machine started to do its work, that is called processing. And when the work is finished and when the clean cloths when the clean cloth is ready to be dried, that is called your output, because you take out the cloths from the machine, outside the machine. That process is known as output. So children, I'll do till here. In the next class, I'll continue with the second topic. So till then, thank you for watching the video.